I don't give a shit.
Yeah, next time
me like that again,
you fire that fucking thing over my house again, I will shoot it out of the sky.
Go for it. And I can't wait till the cops show up and arrest you for shooting an aircraft that's registered out of the sky.
Registered as you're fucking spying on people's houses.
I was doing some work on a property. We were doing some twilight shots. Mm-hmm. I had just landed the drone when what I suspect is a drunken neighbor accosted me. And before the video started recording, you know, he was yelling at us as he was walking up to us. And when he came up to us, you know, he was sort of repeating the same thing he's saying. We were very calm at the time. Like, we were pretty calm. We were just, you know, told him what we were doing and that we're, you know, packing up. We were getting ready to leave. But he just kept getting into our face. And I guess it was at that point my brother started recording the whole event.
So who are you? Give me your fucking card. I want some information on who you are.
I'm Apex Imagery.
Okay, well, great. But I mean, you were flying in people's backyards. Okay, I watched you.
First, calm down. First, I work with the builder.
I don't give a who you're working with. Okay. You're flying directly over my home. That. If you're videoing this house, you're fucking looking at everyone's homes.
No, we're not.
Y'all are creepers, man.
No, we're not.
Give me some information then.
I don't gotta give you shit.
I will knock your fucking ass out,
motherfucker. If you talk to me, I'm gonna fucking...
Whoa, big tough guy.
Okay?
Yeah,
Number one, you don't own the airspace. The FAA owns the airspace.
Okay, well, I will be calling about Apex, bitch.
Go ahead. Go for it.
I will.
Go for it.
We have plenty of witnesses, you face.
If you had 1,000 witnesses.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Next time me like that again,
you fire that fucking thing over my house again, I will shoot it out of the sky.
Go for it. And I can't wait till the cops show up and arrest you for shooting an aircraft that's registered out of the sky.
Registered as you're fucking spying on people's houses.
Nobody's spying on shit. We're over here fucking filming the property
that house.
They're doing.
That house.
That's
only
the
that house. So you need to be right there.
We don't.
There. You're flying over my home.
I can be where
there.
the I want. Okay. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Come on. You want some?
I swear to Christ, bro.
Oh my God, you're a badass, aren't you?
Go in your fucking house before you get levered. Go in your house before you get levered.
You want some?
Dude.
How's that going to look when you're in front of my home?
You're attacking me. We have you. Do you want me to fucking stand my ground? I am feared for my life right now.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, let's see how that works.
When you're spying on my house.
Shit. Nobody's spying shit. We're filming that house, you fucking redneck. Yep. Go back in your fucking house. Listen to your wife. Get in the fucking house before you get hurt.
Dude, you better just get
in your fucking house.
I love that line. That's the best line.
Listen to your wife. Get in the fucking house before you get hurt.
He touched me he poked me in the chest twice.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm usually pretty methodical. I know, like, people think, oh, you're just a hothead. Whatever. No, I'm pretty methodical. I thought about it. I was thinking, like, okay. In my mind, I was thinking to myself, I got two options here. Either one, we fake him out and tell him we have a weapon when we don't have a weapon.
Right.
Or two, I just can clean his clock right there and let his wife drag him back in the house and we leave because that's, you know. So eventually his wife finally came over and pulled him back into the house. But I've never been so close to just absolutely just pummeling the shit out of this guy. Like, just not caring.
Was there a third option? Maybe say, what do you have over there that you're not wanting filmed?
Well, I didn't think about that till after, but given the fact that every single house on that block is $1 million plus, like every single property on that block is $1 million plus.
Right.
I thought about it. Like, could he be growing something or hiding something? The reality is no. What I should have said to him when his wife came outside, I should have said, I'm sorry, sir. If you think I'm spying on you because I want to see that, you're absolutely wrong. I should have just sent him over the rails with that. I should have just kept hitting him with insult after insult.
That's the thing.
What I should have did.
You think of all the clever lines that
you think of it after the fact, because I was so heated in the moment. I was just trying to leave. We tried reasoning. We tried reasoning with him. He didn't want to reason. So when reason's out the window, you know, there's no other
recourse.
There's no other course of action other than just violence.
Well, if the police had been there since the beginning of the argument, who would be wearing the handcuffs? You or him?
100% him. 100%.
Yeah, I agree as well.
I had my Lance authorization. I had all my. We had all of our documents, insurance. I had my 107 card. The whole shit and caboodle. I mean, we had everything needed to just show the police, but like, hey, you know, we did everything by the book. I don't know what more is needed on my behalf. he's not, he's just not being rational.
Right. But and realistically, in that situation, you do want to de-escalate, as entertaining as it is to see.
Yeah, you want to try to de-escalate.
Yeah.
But when de-escalation doesn't work, once again, if de-escalation doesn't work, and when they're intoxicated, as I suspect it, the only thing I could have did was either one, step back and call the cops, and then you risk the fact of, okay, is the cop going to be knowledgeable enough to side with you and further de-escalate it? Because now you have a homeowner claiming of spying, and then you have a cop that may or may not be.
Was he the homeowner, or was he house sitting?
No, he was the homeowner. He was the homeowner. Okay. I went back and looked. I did a little bit of prying after the fact, because I wanted to know who this was. I do a lot of houses on this street, and this was the first time I saw that individual. So I felt that in the future there would be future altercations. So I want to know who I'm dealing with. I want to know what company they have. I want to know what they do. I want to know everything about the person. So the next time this situation happens, I can absolutely fuck their life up further than just what's happening on the street, because you're not going to come at me like that, and you're not going to do it again, because the next time it's not going to end well for him.
You were done flying at that point, right?
Oh, we were done. I was just trying to leave, and twice he blocked my entry into the passenger side of the he was trying to block my way of leaving. And then when we were walking up to the vehicle, this is what triggered me. It was like I was walking up to the vehicle, and twice he tried swatting the drone out of my hand. And it was the Mavic 3 Pro. So I'm trying to put it in the case, and he's trying to swat at it, like to knock it out of my hands. And I'm like, dude, do not touch the equipment. I'm like, don't touch. And I hear my brother trying to talk to him, and he's just there was no point where he was rational or calm. There was no calmness of the situation. People say, well, wear a vest. Well, that works only so much. When you're drunk, you're not tolerable of understanding. There's nothing you're right.
There were a few indicators there. One, he was intoxicated. Two, he had no shirt on. 3, he had a mullet. 4, he was in Florida. I mean, there's so many indicators.
There was a lot of red flags, and I knew that. People were like, well, I usually hand him a pamphlet. I guarantee you, if I handed him a pamphlet, he wouldn't have looked at shit. Like that works until it doesn't. Anybody who does this every single day realizes that shit does not work. We don't have to knock on doors. I don't have to communicate anything to anybody. I don't have to tell anybody, because it's none of their damn business.
Yeah.
I'm operating a drone. If they question me, and they question me in a reasonable manner, I'll answer their questions,
But you're not obligated to do that. Yeah, but since you were done
I'm not obligated.
Since you were done your flight, you could have been like, "You're right, sir. I apologize. Let me pack up and get out of here." Right?
Well, we did. We didn't start recording until he started getting super irate. But we were like, "Yeah, we're done. We're already landed. We're done. We're leaving." Okay. He was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "We're filming that house." But he was so fixated on the fact that he saw the drone further back, and it wasn't even over his house. When you're dealing with a property that large, you can't be right up on it. And I'm like, at first I thought, well, I'll explain to him how a camera works.
Right.
Then I realized that was a stupid idea, because it just went right over his head.
Yeah.
Because he just couldn't understand focal length, and I don't even know why I tried to go down that route.
Right. But I might have antagonized him for content if I was filming, and that's not wise either.
See, that's the thing. I didn't realize it was being filmed. I had no idea that he was recording it with the camera. I'm glad he was, in case if something happened, but I didn't have any idea he was recording.
That was smart by your brother. Here's another thing. A lot of people
said different things.
A lot of people are considering body cameras. Do you think that would benefit you?
I strongly recommend body cameras. Matter of fact, I actually, when I'm flying lately, because most of my flights happen during the day, I bought those meta glasses, the sunglasses with the cameras.
Oh, you did? Okay.
You can quickly just give it a command, tell it to start a video. It's only going to start a 60-second video, but the camera notifies you that there's a recording. There's a little blinking light.
It's voice command, so you can be like, all right, start filming douchebag, and it will start filming.
Boom, starts filming.
Right. Okay. All right.
Yep. Wow. So he starts filming, and at least they know they're being filmed, so maybe they curb whatever it is. Curbs whatever it is. And the ironic thing is, this house is close to the airport. So we were only allowed 200 feet. But here's a person that's used to planes probably coming in over his house 400, 500 feet, big jetliners coming in at 500 feet.
Right.
But yet you're upset about this little drone. Yet you have countless passengers looking down on your property every single day.
It doesn't make logical sense, but some people have things to hide. Some people are just busybodies that see a drone and like, okay, I could use a little drama in my otherwise boring life at this point. I'll go out and talk to this guy. But you've had this kind of experience before, many times.
I've had
fact,
it before. And it's because a lot of the properties we do, they're in retirement communities. So the elderly are always like, this is new technology to them. A lot of these people that are in these communities, they've never seen a drone. They don't know anything about it. They see this thing flying and they're just used to what they see on the news. So they'll come over and they'll ask. And a lot of times I'll show them the RC. I'll show them what it's doing, what it can see. And they think it's the coolest thing in the world and it's a great experience. And I have people come up all the time. I just show them. But once in a while you get these dickholes and it's always this certain genre of dickhole.
Right.
And they want to start, touting, I'm going to shoot it out of the air, this, that. I've actually prayed that somebody shot it out of the sky. Like that best case scenario, shoot it out of the sky. I can't wait to have this conversation.
Honestly,
with
you're right about the type, and it's unfortunate, but some
stereotype, but there's always a certain character that always pulls that shit.
And you don't know what's going on in their life. They could be having a bad time, and they're just, like they just needed one more thing to go wrong that day,
But
here you are.
I'm also cognizant to the fact that some of these people that are, they don't like drones. They could be former military, retired. They could have PTSD. So those are things I always start off the conversations very calm. I try to de-escalate it at first. So I know that episode doesn't really convey that, but I always try to de-escalate it first because again, you don't know what that person's going through. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I've had, another instance where it started off super aggressive and the guy actually was really cool. And then he wanted me to take a photo of something on his roof because he was having a problem with the roofer. So I did, I obliged. I took a photo of the roof for him to appease him because I was parked in the what do they call that? The county easement, and he lost it. He lost his shit. He lost his shit. I was flying a drone. He lost his shit. I was on the county easement. So that happens. But I try to be weary of that fact. But I think it's going to only we're only going to see more situations like this as with remote ID rolls out, becomes a little bit more mainstream. It's going to take months for it to happen, but as it starts happening, I think we'll see more of these altercations. We'll call them. And possibly at a much more aggressive frequency.
I just had an idea for a new T-shirt.
What's that?
It's yellow, bright yellow, and it's got black lettering on it. It says, "Yes, I'm totally spying on your daughter." What do you think about that? That's a good.
I mean, I think that's going to go over well.
Yeah,
I think it's going to go over well.
Yeah, I think that'll be a big seller.
I think it'll go over well. Yeah, I don't think nothing would have stopped that. The only thing that probably could have, like I said, it helped would have been calling the cops. But that's 50-50 in my eyes, because Tampa PD has notoriously been 50-50 with at least me. Like when it comes to rules, some of them get it, some of them totally get it, some of them don't. But at the end of the night, when you're done with a job for a day, you have footage on the line. Do you really want to gamble that, hoping that you get an officer that understands the rules? Do you want to gamble that? And I was like, no, I don't want to gamble that.
Right. And if they don't know the rules, then they take you to court and it's on you, the cost and everything to explain it.
It's a whole nother issue. So if I could have just dealt with this in this manner, and it was fine. His wife ended up realizing, okay, there's 2 against 1 here. This is not going to end well. I'm going to walk away. I need to get my husband in the house and end this. Then that ended up working out fine. So
all right, well,
I'll just wear a body cam going forward. I've reached out to Axion.
Yeah.
Make the body cams for the police. I asked them for a cost on one. I'm just going to keep one right here. Anytime I'm airborne or I'm on a listing, I'm just going to throw it on and just have some footage. And I guess it's good too, being inside of houses and doing this type of work. If I always had that body cam on and something, let's say somebody misplaces something, they can't say I stole something,
Right. We'll just check the camera footage.
Yeah, you can just check the camera footage and say, "Oh no, I didn't touch anything. Here's exactly everywhere I was in your home." So it dual purpose, I guess, best way to put it.
That is very smart. Very smart. Well, thank you for being so candid and sharing that with us, Ken. And we hope to see more stuff from you. You gonna post some of these on your channel? There's a link to Ken's channel in the
I put them up there, but I think I put the unedited version where all the F words are there. So YouTube didn't like that, and they tend to suppress it deep down in the butthole of YouTube. So there's that.
The YouTube butthole.
The YouTube butthole is where that video now resides.
Okay. We should probably mention remotepilot101.com. Isn't it a great place?
Great place.
It is a great place. Tell us about your place, Jason.
So Remote Pilot 101, no one has prepared more Part 107 pilots than us. And you'll be pleased, those of you who are current customers now, you're going to be experiencing version 3 and a brand new learning management system in about 2 weeks. So the best just keeps on getting better. RemotePilot101.com. Use promo code Heron18, which, by the way, Ken, I can't brag on you enough. When we search promo codes, you know me, I'm all about our marketing and everything else. Heron18 is the most used promo code. Your people listen to you, Ken.
Yay! Thank you, people. I appreciate that. And you've been very busy updating the lessons too, because
there's not every video has gotten a facelift. There's 76 videos in there. Every single one has gotten a facelift. The course has gone from 9 hours to almost 12 hours now. There's just so much new content. We're always trying to innovate, push new content. Now with all the recurrent tests changing so much, we're like, wow, we just launched our new course. We need to fix it now. So we're back to that. I was just reviewing some of the stuff our writers sent over earlier for some of the content, and there's some more great stuff coming out here soon as well.
And you take actual questions that test takers give you and kind of incorporate those in the quizzes too, right? So they're actual FAA questions.
We have a ton of data on that, no doubt. So yeah, and I always share, you know this, Ken, I call them the boot camps at the end, where I share, this is a question you're going to see on your knowledge test. Let's not memorize it. Let's understand the why behind it. But just to prepare them for the knowledge test. You know this though, Ken, I want you to be safe in the real world. My mission isn't just to pass a test. I want you safe when you're out there flying FPV, whatever it is, so you can be a light and be a mentor to everybody else that's out there wondering about what this new drone space is. Even though it's not that new, but to many it is so new. And we have to be ambassadors to that.
You're a shining star, Jason. A shining star. Awesome.